And they confiscate my stuff. Like, they told me to hand in all of my possessions that I'm with. Like, they told me to put my bag in some sort of locker. Guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this is going to be a Glossier kind of haul, or heist as I called it, because I used that leaked code that was circulating all over Twitter. And I'm going to be talking about what it was like spending the day in prison. Yes, a UK prison, guys. I spent the day in prison back in 2019, shortly after graduating. So guys, stay tuned if you would like to, you know, kind of do my skincare routine with me and these Glossier products, and listen to my story about what that was like for me. Okay. Let's get on. All the products come in this cute pink bag, and I got the Mega Greens Galaxy pack. It's a face mask, and I think I got the Moon face mask as well. Just to quickly go through the products so that I don't have to, you know, do an entire breakdown as I'm talking. And the second pack, this is so cute, guys. Literally the packaging, oh my god, it's so sweet. So I got the Milk Jelly Cleanser, yeah, and oh, the serum. I got 3 serums, guys. So this is the Super Pure one by Glossier. I got the Super Glow Vitamin C. Yes, get that glow, babies. Get that glow. And the Super Bounce serum. The last time I went to like a skincare technician or therapist wasn't too long ago, and she advised me, because I have naturally dry skin, to be using a lot of serums, hence why I got 3. And I also got the balm.com, which I believe it's for the lips. Yes, it's for the lips. And finally, the priming moisturizer. So guys, I got nearly £200 worth of stuff for about 70 quid. Listen guys, I cannot complain. They also sent me this tester. I think it's like a body wash or something like that. I just want to say thank you, and thank you once again to that angel on Twitter who leaks the code. Okay. So I'm going to start off with the face mask as I share my story. So this is detoxifying, and I'm going to just use that on my T-zone. Excuse this bush facility of me using my fingers to do it. I know like all the new Insta girls are using a brush and all this kind of stuff, and I will get a brush, but listen, sometimes you just have to make do with what you have, okay? I'm not here to do the most. So just gonna take a little bit and apply to my T-zone. So yeah, guys, with relevance to the story, let me even just get cracking with that prison story, because I know that's what you guys are here for. So I graduated, I must have finished uni 2019, summer of 2019, but actually I had moved back home around March 2019. So I was living at home at the time, and you know, just kind of like searching for what I'd want to do. I'd had enough of like my uni environment, if you know what I mean. Like, most of my friends were on their placement years, or just like commuting from London or wherever. So I didn't really have, do you know what I mean, my close-knit base. I did have a few G's that I absolutely love, obviously, but it wasn't really the same for me. So I just really wanted to pack out and come home. So I was on a job hunt, and I felt like it would be a lot more competitive for me to move back home earlier, start the job hunt earlier, so that whilst the competition still remained where they were in uni, I would kind of get first pick. So I was kind of like in between. So if you guys don't know, I was a criminology and social psychology undergrad from the University of Essex. Hallelujah. So yeah, like I was in between, you know, exploring a job market of social psychology or like healthcare basically, or going down the route of policing. You know, I knew criminology was what I wanted to study from when I was 12. Like, I knew that was the degree I wanted to pursue. Like, that was my, you know, parents, family tried to like make me explore other things, medicine, this, that. But I always knew my heart was with criminology. I don't know why, but I was very, very into, at the time, risque kind of things. Like, I really kind of enjoyed the notion of working with dangerous people, policing, all of that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know what it was, but there's just something about it that really fascinated me. Like, up until today, I like to study people that society doesn't really understand, or that society kind of isolates. Do you know what I mean? So I was applying to different things, and then I saw this job for a diversity and inclusion officer at Heathrow IRC. So Heathrow IRC is a like detention center. Like, I knew it was going to be some sort of prison facility, and I don't know really what I was expecting till I really got there, right? So let's fast forward to the day of the interview. Day of the interview comes out, oh yeah, I applied, they give me an interview basically. So I'm now making my way to Heathrow IC. First of all, I realized just how far this place is, but you know what? I didn't even mind, because I live in Hertfordshire, so to Heathrow, you know, it's a bit of a trek, right? But I was so buzzing, guys. Like, I felt like when I got this call to come to the interview, I felt like finally I was heading into something where I was pursuing my vocation. Yeah, I felt like this life I've always wanted will kind of be for me. So I get to Heathrow IRC, and bearing in mind I'm a new grad and I'm coming for an interview, okay? So I'm basically too pretty to be in prison. Like, I'm wearing my, do you know what I mean, my Sunday best. I'm wearing my Sunday best to get to this interview now. And as I get there, they're directing me. Like, it's such a large facility, by the way, guys. Like, it's so large, so many doors to go through, so many like doors that are locked, because obviously like it's a prison. And you know, sorry, I keep looking to the mirror to figure out what's going on with this face. And yeah, so I'm entering now in my Sunday best. You know what I'm saying? My Sunday best, you know, my shiny shoes, my shiny Lily Kellys or whatever. And I'm met by this like prison officer, yeah, or security or whatever. And then they like tell me to come a certain direction. So I'm going that certain direction, and then I go into this room where they're like verifying who you are, your ID, as I expected they would, I guess. And I told them who I'm waiting for, who I'm looking for. And they confiscate my stuff. Like, they told me to hand in all of my possessions that I'm with. Like, they told me to put my bag in some sort of locker. Bearing in mind, my bag was part of my impression outfit, so I don't even know what that was all about. But I get it. Some people come to prison with arms or can sneak things, so I was just like, okay, part of my Sunday best has now gone, guys. Part of my Sunday best is now gone. I have to put my phone away. I have to put like every single one of my possessions. And I'm thinking, bro, like, do they realize like I'm not an inmate? But anyway, it doesn't even, you know, that's not even the breadth of it. So they now verify my ID check, and I'm like, I'm a little bit shaky, because the way like the receptionist is looking at me, it's just like up, down, like, ooh, child, like. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, intimidation phase 1 over. I'm now thinking, lead me to the way where I can successfully bag this job. So now I'm going through like another pathway. Guys, I'm met by 3 dogs. I'm met by 3 bolo security people or like prison officers, and 3 dogs. 3 big dogs, and to be honest, I'm okay with dogs, but where I know these dogs have been trained to be invasive or like trained to be kind of like commando dogs, I'm kind of like,
It's about to be a barbecue because it's gonna be smoke up in here. We're gonna move some furniture.
Back this shit up, okay? So I'm now like, they've taken my bags off me. I'm now in my nice Sunday best, and I'm thinking, please, like, I don't relax. I don't need this dogs all over my Sunday best.
What time it is? They want to try to dim my light so their light can shine bright. But you know,
just like being held by the security guards, and the security guards are just like, there's this kind of like electronic like password. You know how you like have it in the airport, so it's like to check whether you have any arms, and they can like scan you through, and then they do like, they touch you, like they pat you down basically to see if you've got anything, and then like they just like get the dogs to like, you know, just check, like smell you, sniff you and everything. So guys, I really did feel invaded, because I was just like because literally I saw this dog, I don't even know, I think it must have been like 3 German Shepherds or something, so they're quite big, and then I was just like looking at them, they were looking at me, and they were just like, and I'm just like, back this shit, what is this, honey? Like literally, I was just like, what is this? Then I'm given the all clear finally after this. These dogs want to like harass me and everything. Like guys, if you know me, you know I'm not a touchy-feely person. Like I don't really like to be touched that much, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like I'm not really in contact. Like I can do hugs, do you know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm friendly enough, but I don't like being invasively touched like that. I just don't really like it. So I passed that one of phase 2, then they lead me through this kind of back alley to get to the main interview room, and I'm escorted by this prison officer. And on the way, guys, I see like the inmates. I see the inmates on the way, and guys, like my heart really just sank. You know why? Because Heathrow IRC is actually a detention center. So for people who have overstayed their visas, asylum seekers, you know that kind of process, like when people outstay their visas and stuff like that, sometimes they get put in detention centers before their deportation flight is arranged for them to be sent back home, or like before the government decides what they want to do with them basically. So guys, I was really touched. And do you know what? I was so touched because I felt like, you know, coming from a migrant family myself, it really did kind of put into perspective for me the suffering that our parents might have endured or could have endured. Like when I saw that, you know, I've always heard about detention centers, but where I've never seen one or been to one and seen one with my own eyes, I just couldn't believe that these people who, to be honest, 90% of the time were trying to find a better life for themselves, were treated like real criminals, like real prisoners, you know what I mean? Barricades everywhere. Guys, this is a real life prison, and it really did touch me. It really did touch me, and I think we need to give a lot more credit to our parents for like their journeys and how they got us to be here. And guys, I swear to God, I was in between taking 2 posts. It was either that job or the graduate role that I actually did end up taking in healthcare. And guys, like it really fueled me to be better. It really fueled me to do better for my life and for my peoples, because like people are suffering out here, guys. Like this detention center is really not a joke. Like the only real difference is that they got to wear their own clothes. But aside from that, like they're not seeing sunlight. They're getting told when to go out, when to this, when to that. And guys, like basically, you know, I'm sorry if this story was not what you were expecting. You're probably expecting me to tell you how I was an inmate. No, I wasn't an inmate. I'm too pretty to be an inmate, okay? But guys, seriously, wake up to what's around you. And if you're coming from a migrant family, I'm really urging you to like get on with it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? To get on with it. Finish that uni studying, you know, hop on that business that you're trying to get onto, because it's bigger than you. Do you know what I mean? It's so much bigger than you. Do you know what I mean? When I saw these people, you know, how they're suffering, and some of these people, I'm thinking like, the lives they might have had back home. Maybe good lives, maybe even bad lives, you know what I mean? But the UK to them was the light at the end of their tunnel, do you know what I mean? And for them to get treated like that, you know, criminal, guys, you know, all I'm trying to say is, you know, that prison experience, spending the day in there really, really changed me. Like, the interview in itself was actually lovely. It was actually a lovely interview. And I really did get to like discuss quite a lot of things with the people who were dealing with diversity and inclusion and all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, maybe in the future, such roles is what I'm trying to look for, but fit in, because guys, there's a huge disparity. There's like a huge disparity between, you know, the successful people and people who are, you know, we in the ghetto. Like, it broke my heart ultimately, do you know what I mean? There's mothers in there, there's fathers in there, aunties, uncles, those are people's children, do you know what I mean? Who, when leaving back home, they probably saw to their peoples that they're gonna be, you know, coming to the UK, working hard to try and give them a better life, and look at where they've ended up. Look at where the guys, it was just the ghetto. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to wash this off and continue with my unwind with me routine. So I'm just going in with this Glossier Milk Jelly Cleanser. So yeah, that's really it, guys. Like, I just really wanted to come on here and share that. And in terms of what I'm getting up to now, I'm pandemicing through this pandemic. I still work in healthcare. I've actually got I'm under 2 payrolls at the moment because I've been furloughed from one job and I'm working another to really stack that cash. So yeah, I'm just trying to navigate my way through this pandemic. Obviously, like most of you already know, I live independently in the suburbs, so I gotta make that cash. But one thing I will say, guys, is, you know, capitalize on anything you can financially this pandemic. And if you are like me thinking of working 2 jobs, please, guys, really evaluate and ensure that your second job pays. Why? Because you will be getting taxed a whole lot more. Okay, so it's quite important to assess it. Go on like a salary calculator. Sorry guys, this is the balm for lips. Yeah, go like on a salary calculator and assess your tax, because I don't know if you guys want me to do a separate video on this, but I can go into the finances of working 2 jobs, how much I get taxed, the real facts, the figures, or whatever you guys want to know. So if you're interested in seeing that, then please let me know. I don't know what serum I want to go for. I think I'm gonna go for the Super Glow. I'd rather glow, so I'm gonna go with the Super Glow serum. Yeah, let me know, guys, if you want to see that. Oh my god, the packaging, guys, that's so cute. Oh, look at that, it's so Instagrammable or something, I don't know. Obviously you just press and hover, never swipe, just hover like that when you apply serum. And basically serum penetrates through the skin better than creams, so I'm just literally gonna apply that and let it sit. It doesn't really have a scent, guys. These are not fragranced, so They don't really have a smell. They just kind of smell like, in a way, they kind of just smell pharmaceutical. I don't know how to explain. They just smell pharmaceutical, very kind of plain, non-fragrant smell. And it's not offensive to me, of course. How can something that doesn't smell be offensive, right? But guys, that is the Super Glow. So we have come to the end of my Glossier Heist and my story on how spending a day in prison changed my perspective on life. I really hope you've enjoyed this. I really hope you've enjoyed my little skincare something. Okay, please stay tuned. Please come back for the next vid, and I hope to see you soon. See you guys.